How to Adoptable Good by me, NeoMawz, a furry artist who has made many designs for many people and given many people designs. This video will cover general examples of my own designs, how to make less generic furry / anthro designs, using hyper-specific inspiration for designs, merging multiple concepts, and a colour scheme for a strong focal point. Here are some of my own designs. These 3 here were part of a October set, and these 2 were standalone designs. These 2 were custom requests from TikTok. You'll be seeing this one later. This was another custom request from TikTok, and these were pre-made designs that I gave away. Here's how you can make less generic anthro designs. These are some things I like to include in my furry designs to make them more unique, mainly human features like hair, clothes, and accessories. I have noticed that more human features have become more popular, however, they're still a little less common and can make your design stand out much more. I also prefer to use more natural fur colours, which makes the others stand out. By adding more human features, we add a lot more points of customization. A more traditional furry design can certainly still be unique, but you will have less points to change. You'll be limited to things like the body type, face, colours and patterns, the shape of the ears or tail, what kind of eyes they have, and maybe how fluffy they are. I've shifted my mic. No! Versus with a more humanoid design, you suddenly have a lot more to work with. You can experiment with different hairstyles and colours, different accessories like jewellery or glasses, of course the clothing, and other things like socks, arm warmers, leg warmers, shoes, hairpins, etc, etc. Next, let's go over using hyper-specific inspiration. Now, what do I mean by this? Take this character here. They are based off of a pumpkin, but I didn't just stop there. This calico type pattern is meant to represent rot, and my main repeating motif was actually the shape of the pumpkin seed. You can see I've included it here in the glasses, also in the eyes, the hairpins, and the logo of the shirt. Secondary to this, I also added a little pumpkin stem on the top of the head. And with this design, I was asked to create a coyote and isopod hybrid, and after looking at my references, I noticed the isopod head has a very unique shape. So I decided to repeat the shape throughout the design. I included it here as a little nose bandage and to look like knee pads. Since I was going for a skater theme, I included a skateboard accessory with the same shape as a skull, and repeated this again on the top. And what if we take these hyper-specific points of inspiration and merge them together? For this design here, I merged the concept of rain clouds with a blue bottle jellyfish. The transparent bits are both shaped like clouds and are meant to represent the jellyfish's body. This is also reflected in the pink and purple and blue colouring, and the dripping raindrops throughout. This design here has a lot going on. I was requested to make a hellhound type character. When scrolling through Pinterest, I saw these photos of a lungwort and got inspired. Rather than choosing a orange fiery colour scheme, I decided to go for blue fire. The idea for the blue fire, and this general theatrical and over-the-top looking theme, was actually inspired by the chilling adventures of Sabrina. In the later seasons they have a ball with lots of crazy costumes. This is my original Vtuber design. For this, I took the concept of a dragon and combined it with a blue fireproof lab coat and the New Zealand glowworm. I represented the glowworm through the dangling accessories, and for the dragon and fireproof lab coat, I decided to make it look singed. Next, let's talk about a colour scheme you probably haven't heard of before. This would be a counterpoint or near complementary colour scheme. This is best explained with the traditional colour wheel, although you can achieve a similar effect with the digital one. The basic idea is to take your base colour, and then its complement, and use one of the other colours directly opposite. On a digital colour wheel, this would be somewhere between a split complementary palette and a triadic colour palette. And this leads me into one of my all-time favourite colour combinations, red and blue. If you're in the VTubing space, this might already seem familiar. This is of course the iconic colour palette of Gargura, who is a stellar example for this. As you can see, the red pops really well but isn't distracting. This would be different to a split complementary palette which would lean much more orange, and ultimately drawing too much attention. For example, here is either one of our options for a counterpoint colour palette. Here is our direct complement to the blue, and here is our split complementary palette. As you can see, the split complementary palette is actually really close to the direct complement, which can make it feel a little generic. By comparison, the counterpoint colour palette differs more. However, it doesn't differ as much as these 2 triadic colours. This is more yellow, this is more orange, this is more red, and this is more pink. Personally, if you wanted a unique colour palette, I would choose either of these 3. Congrats, you did it. You got through all of the tips. And if you'd like to apply these now in your next design, you can draw along with me in this video here. This design, what type?